Dodge recently announced the release of their new Charger EVs on a video they released on their YouTube page, and some key points in this video were that the Dodge Charger will now come in both a coupe and a four-door sedan, which came as a shock to everyone. Dodge also did announce that the Dodge Charger RT, which in its current generation produces 370 horsepower from a 5.7-liter Hemi engine, will now receive a horsepower boost to 496 horsepower. And the same goes for the Dodge Chargers, which in their current generation they produce 485 horsepower from a 6.4-liter V8 Hemi engine, will now receive a massive bump in horsepower all the way up to 670 horsepower, which is only about 50 less than the current generation Hellcats. But I'm sure we all had a feeling that Dodge was going to boost the numbers to make these vehicles become more appealing to its audience. However, the real question to me is that does anyone even want these cars? I would say yes, and I think people always push back against change, and the first vehicle that will bring that change will of course receive the most amount of backlash. And just to give you another example for some more context, in 2010 LeBron James decided to join the Miami Heat, and he was the first person to bring that change of forging a super team to the league, and he received a lot of backlash for it. But it seems like nowadays superstars are just joining super teams left and right, and honestly nobody really cares about it anymore. Which brings me back to my point, which is this car will of course receive some hate initially, but I think as time goes on people will come back around to it, as let's face it, they are already one of the best looking EV cars that's on the market right now. Now let's talk about the announcement of the four-door sedan and the two-door coupe, which honestly caught me by surprise because I thought the whole point of discontinuing the Dodge Challengers was because the new EV Charger would be a coupe, and it wouldn't make sense to keep two coupe vehicles in the lineup. But this announcement makes me think that Dodge could have honestly released a separate two-door EV Challenger alongside with this four-door sedan EV Charger. But I think I know exactly why Dodge decided to cut the production of the Dodge Challengers, and my conspiracy is that Dodge is saving the Dodge Challengers for when the hype of electric cars goes away and governments allow gasoline-powered V8 engines again, so they could release the next-gen Dodge Challenger with a V8 engine once again. And in all honesty, I have to say that this car does look nice to me, but I just can't bring myself to trade in my Dodge Challenger Hellcat or my Dodge Charger Scat Pack for this vehicle anytime soon, but I can't rule out that it won't grow on me in the future. And be sure to let me know in the comment section if you will buy this car or if you would rather just buy a current gen Hellcat.